right. So I'm gonna start this new thing called Around the Yard. And what it is I'm gonna go around picking out people that have done or maybe doing good things or doing whatever it is. But I'm gonna pick it kind of like a reaction channel and like putting you on blast channel. And the reason why I think I can do it is because there's nobody that has more merit in the streets or in the pen and is still active than me. Not on YouTube. There's no way. And I don't do I have nothing, no skeletons in my background. I don't fuck with dropouts. And that's why I'm fit to do this show, do this little segment. So it's called Around the Yard. Only certain people, there's not too many people that could be in my shoes and do this. A lot of you guys speak up on this double S movement, double S standards, the reglas, and you yourself are one of the biggest example of what we should not be doing. No names as the shoe fits. Go ahead, put it on. Leading by example is a must, no matter what you're doing. And you gotta be able to do that when you run an airtight program, like I do. So we strolling in the yard right now. See what's up with the homies right here playing handballs. Hit the basketball court. Look, I see Rob. Misled Loyalty Rob from Santa Rosa. So, my boy, one thing I know about from being in the shoes, being in the holes, ASICs, ASUs, whenever you have a pattern or a history of living with gardenas, it carries on. The next one's going to want it. As soon as he knows you live with a brother, you end up, it's just what it is. I don't know how many you lived with. I don't know if you lived with any of them. So if you didn't live with any of them, how do you have such detailed stories about so many different cardinales? I know a few of them, dog, really personally. Like, I knew them before. I'm not gonna say who or not, but I knew them before they even got made. Like, I know more than a handful, dog. And you know too many detailed stories, dog, for not even being in a cell with them. You just have way too many stories, dog. I mean, I was really back there, my boy. You got too many stories, dog. You got way too many stories, dog. Okay, but that's not why we're here. You just got too many stories, dog. Do your thing. I ain't mad at you. Do your thing. I need more. Do your thing. So check me out. Here's my issue with Rob. I don't really have an issue with no PC. If you ever know what it feels like to be a camarada, like really in really good standings to where you've never been stepped down, dog. Everywhere you go, you get put on the team by a higher blessing, you know. It feels good, dog, you know. You get touched, make your money, do your thing. It's a feeling that not too many know what I'm talking about, right? Or just assisting in the back and that's it, you know, or in the shoe, just assisting, dog, just assisting with a removal, fishing, and just assisting in a program in the back, right? You know what it is. If you were back there, you know what it is, and the unity that we show each other, just helping, you know, get a shot of coffee, you know, to the others. You know what we do to help each other out, dog. I don't care if you're on the top tier or on the bottom tier, we're gonna get it to you. In another section, I'm gonna get it to you. A lot of people don't know what that is or will have to experience that, and hopefully they don't. But the ones that know what it is, there's content creators, my boy, that have never been to the hole. There's content creators that never been that they never fought a validation packet. There's content creators on here that have never did half the shit we've done, dog, and they speak on it. But that's not why I'm here. You don't got no past to be talking about no guard knowledge, dog. You already have a big channel. You're doing your thing. I'm not trying to get in no way of stopping anything in your money flow. But if you've ever felt like a camarada and know what it is, the unity, the power, the movement, togetherness, the everything. I know you're into God, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody that has cancer, dog. But you have content out there that's going to get you killed before cancer if anybody catches you. So you have to make it a video kind of like you got the okay to be talking about the big homies because these are your encounters. I don't think you should be saying shit like that because it's untrue. And if you ever paid attention, I know if I was in your situation and I was trying to change my life and I was you looking at me from afar, I would be like, damn, because you got to be paying attention to everything from a neutral zone, right? If you were ever really with the business like I was, then why are you aligned with the people that you're aligned with? Why do you reach out to the people you're reaching out to? Because if you were ever about this business, my boy, ever about this business, you wouldn't be fucking with half the dudes you fuck with, Rob. Right? You would have been on Campaleto and be like, hey, you know what? The homie from Gardena, he's only telling homies to stay away from dropouts if you're active because that's what you're supposed to do, my boy. That it's only right. You're misleading people. You're misleading people, dog, by saying that it's okay to do that, dog, and it's not, because you're gonna get somebody killed. So if for anybody that's ever walked that like a couple of feet in my shoes or really been through the guerras that I've been through, they wouldn't conduct themselves like you do, dog. They wouldn't be misleading a bunch of people. They wouldn't be on all these chop ass fucking channels, even saying anything to them, dog, because it just wouldn't be our cup of tea. That goes regardless, dog. I know a gang of dudes that are dropped out. I don't communicate with none of them, but I heard stories about them up until today, or they reached out to me and I heard about how they are, and they're the same exact way, dog. They're just over there. They don't get in. They're not over there to fucking be no fucking dropout gang. They're not over there to go against what we, our movement. And what they do is they tell homies like, hey, you know what, you guys shouldn't be fucking with dropouts because fucking with us, you're gonna get yourself, guys. You're gonna get killed, or you're damn near letting homies know it's like okay to be a snitch, or it's okay to be to come on that side, dog. And it's not, because all you're doing is weakening our numbers, dog. And you might not give a fuck because you're into God and all that. I know that, but what happened to you as a warrior, dog? What happened to your heart? What happened to your dignity, my boy? Cancer must have ate all that up because you have none. Facts, dog. Facts. When you hang around with trash, dog, you eventually start to stink. You know, I know you're on a whole different thing, and it got to do with your health, and and I hope all is well with you, dog. I hope but you got to understand, for whatever reason, there's no reason to check in, dog. So I don't like. There's no reason to tap out, dog. There's no reason for it, dog. So just as a homie, as a camarada, if you really look at what I'm trying to do, you would be like, damn, this fool's only, he's speaking facts. Because half the fools that are on here are pieces of shit, dropouts, and they're doing nothing with their channel, dog, but they're trying to fucking stop what we're doing, dog. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that, dog? I just don't understand you guys, dude. But it's a hustle. It's a hustle. I'm not completo, dog. I don't know if I'm active. I don't know if I'm not active. I'm active. I'm active. I'm a blood. I'm a crip. No, I know what the fuck I am, dog. And I lead by example. But it's hard to go against the dropouts. It's hard to go against the cops. I got to go against everybody. Now you got dropouts that are saying that they know the business like you say you do. Then why don't you show it, my boy? You really got unity over there? On this side, you know what? I got homies that I don't even know that are willing to, they'll spend the rest of their life in prison for me, dog. Not even know me. It's sad, dog, but this is what we signed up for. Just some of you guys want to make it, dog. Doesn't mean that you help break it down. What part game was that? I'm gone. I'm on your dog ass next, Frank. I'm on my way to you. I'm gone. You guys be cool, be safe, everybody. I'm not trying to attack nobody with cancer. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I'm trying to get at him the way he would expect somebody to get at him, right? Well, I'm not getting at him. I'm getting at him generally. I'm just speaking, generally speaking.